Hello and welcome to another episode of Mighty High's World. This is episode 109, and the last episode we built this pumpkin patch, and a pumpkin has literally just grown in front of me. How cool is that? But that's not all, we also done something around the back of here as well. If we just go around here, we also done this little thing as well. So this is supposed to be a kind of like shrine place where you can like say a prayer or something, but I think it could do with a bit more than just a few stairs and a dead coral block, if you ask me. So the idea for today's episode, or shall I say the plan for today's episode, is to complete the inside of this place and also to make the outside look a bit nicer as well. So imagine like a path leading into this shrine, and then in this shrine we can have like a place where we can say a prayer here, and maybe on the other side, and then outside here as well. And then we can build up the other two layers so that it's got a living space for the caretaker. And then let's say I want to also build something like this pumpkin patch on the other side as well, make it like another garden. So if we just fly around to the other side quickly, you can see that it's like pretty much suspended on nothing. I want to try and do that kind of effect on this side, but make it a bit bigger. And yeah, so that's the plans for today's episode. Hopefully I've got enough time to do this. So I think the first thing to do is to clear out all this lot and start by adding a floor in here first, or the floors shall I say, and then see where we can go from there. We've got a shrine here where you can like kneel down and pray, and I've basically just left the floor completely bare. And then out here I've changed it slightly. We've also got another shrine here as well, so there's two of them, so maybe they worship two types of gods. So one god doesn't like to be outside and the other god loves to be outside maybe. So yeah, that's the idea of it anyway. So I've also come up with a pretty interesting idea for these walls. So we're going to get rid of all these bone blocks, and I think we're going to be using jungle trapdoors instead. So I think this might actually look pretty cool once it's done. So if we just do that and have that kind of design all the way around the outside, and that one too, maybe not. So we'd get rid of all these bone blocks and have these trapdoors going around the outside. I think that'll look pretty cool. And then we'll just leave the other layers the way they are. And if my voice sounds a bit crackly today, I do apologise. I think I am coming up with a cold, so I do apologise for that, but hopefully I'll be alright for the next episode. So going on, we've also got a pretty cool roof here as well. I've also utilised the spruce trapdoors as well, because I really like this texture. So I've decided to like wall this part off so only the person that lives here can go up here, and I haven't done anything up here yet, but I do plan to. I've also got to add another roof or so in here, and then this can be the living space for the dude that lives here. So let's get on with doing these walls first. I think I'll probably leave this wall all. Anyway, yeah, I was just thinking about this part because this is where the stairs is, so maybe I might change it up a tiny bit, but most of this is going to be trapdoors. So let's get on with this and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I've changed the bone blocks out for the jungle trapdoors, and this is what it's like. So I'm pretty happy about this change. It looks more like a shrine than it used to. With the bone blocks, it didn't quite look right, so I think this looks pretty cool. And also don't think there's any need to actually detail it any more than this. Obviously we need to do around the outside, but as for the walls, I think this will look pretty cool actually. And it also goes well with the shrines we've got, although my painting's missing. Can we put a paint in there? Yeah, but that's not the one we want. We want, nope, maybe that one, not that one. The hand of God, an angel? No, that's someone dancing, isn't it? That one. There we go. And then we've got another one out here. I haven't changed this at all because I think this looks pretty cool out here. I've just changed the walls for the trapdoors. It might be a bit breezy, but I think this will look pretty cool. So, oh, I don't need that. Huh? I've got a spare trapdoor. So I think the next thing to do is to go up here and figure out what this room's going to be like, and then figure out what the top room's going to be like as well, and maybe do a tiny little room on the roof, but I think I might just leave that plain. So let's have a little think and see what we can do with these two rooms, and I'll be back with you. Alright, so since the last clip I haven't really done much apart from add this floor in. But I have been thinking about these little guys, the barrels, because this is actually the first time that I've used barrels, and that's probably the first barrel I've put down as well, believe it or not. But if you look at this texture on the back of it, I think that looks pretty cool, because you can actually predict what way you want the lines to go, so you can either have them that way or this way, and it's pretty cool. But it's this back texture that I quite like. So if we just place one down here and look at the back, that looks pretty cool. Like, there's no other kind of texture like it apart from the barrel. So I think an idea is to get rid of these logs and add and replace them with barrels on the bottom here, and see what that's like. And I'll probably have to get rid of this row here quickly just to see what it looks like, because I reckon this is going to look pretty cool if I can actually place them. Yeah, cool. So like this, and I've run out of barrels already. They're quite expensive to make though. You do need quite a lot of wood for them as well, so bear that in mind if you did want to do something like this. But that looks alright actually. Yeah. And then this one here in the corner, just got to get rid of this quickly. I'll replace it, don't worry. Something like that, and hopefully this top bit will be already, you won't be able to see that bit, hopefully, if all goes well. So let's just replace this wood and see what that looks like. Let's do that, and oh, you just about see that on the entrance, but then if we just do that, then you can't see it, and I would quite like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And then we can strip these, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, I think I should do that around the outside and see what it looks like then. And obviously I've still got to think about what to do up here. Oh, I'm missing the stairs and that. No. Do I have the stairs on me? Apparently not. Oh, that's why. I remember now. There we go. So yeah, I still got to figure out what to do up here, and then up here as well. But I think this can be like a bedroom, and then this can be like a kitchen living area, because I don't really have much room to put stuff in this room because of the floor the way it is, because they're trapdoors, and if you place something on trapdoors, it looks like it's floating. So yeah, I don't really have much room in here, but upstairs I do, so we can figure out something there. So let's get sorting out the interior, and I'll show you what I've come up with. So as the sun sets, I think I've finally completed the inside of this shrine now. So I also noticed that the second clip of this video cut off a tiny bit at the beginning, so I do apologise for that, but the show must go on, as they say. So let's show you what we've done around here. So we've changed the bone blocks into these trapdoors. I've also added a couple of doors here as well. I might add a tiny bit of redstone here later on, but for now I think this will do, just to come in and out. So we've got a shrine here where you can like pray and stuff like that. I've also added a picture there, just so that there's something there really. I could have added an armor stand, but we're using a too wide width, so I thought a picture or a painting would be good enough. And then I've got kind of the same outside here as well, just with a little picture as well. So maybe there's like two types of gods that they worship. One likes the outside and the other indoors. So this is the prayer room, as they say. So if we go up here, we've got another room here. I didn't really know what to do in the middle, so I just added a load of jack-o'-lanterns around the place, to be fair. So this is probably a kind of like kitchen area, because we've got like smokers. I've also added some looms around as well, just to add a little touch to it, and a few paintings and lanterns. So there's nothing really special up here, to be fair with you, but it does look pretty decent. And then we've got like a little secret area here where there's a chest, so maybe we can add some valuables here, or something like that, or it's the payments for all the people that have come to the shrine, something like that maybe. So then if we go up again, we've got the bedroom basically. So we've got a rather large bed here. Let's go to sleep, eh? As I mentioned the bed, I might as well. So we've got a large bed here. I've decided to use these banners on the side of the bed, just because they're the only banners I have really, more than anything else. And we've got a load of paintings, and then I did add an arm stand with a villager head here, just to add a bit of liveliness to the room. And then we've got a cartography table here, and a barrel there as well. So this is the only time I actually use the barrels. I did mention that I might use them down below down there, but I didn't end up doing that in the end. So this is the top room, or the bedroom. Then we've got like a kitchen room, living lounge area, and then we've got the prayer place down here. And then outside here I haven't really done much. I've added like a little balcony here. This bit looks a tiny bit odd, but don't worry about that. Maybe if we change these slightly so they're on this rock. Have I got any junk blocks? Yeah, let's just use that quickly. Maybe if we did this instead, possibly, would that work? Yeah, they're in line now, so that would do there. And that's pretty much all I've done on the outside. So let's just fly by and see what it looks like from the outside. See, the roof covers quite a lot of the bottom here, so let's try and get a bit down. Yeah, so this is looking pretty cool now, and we can fly up into it as well if we wanted to. So yeah, so that's the inside of this shrine done now. I don't think I'm going to touch it unless there's anything that might be interesting. So if there is anything that you could add to this, then put it down in the comments. But apart from that, I think I'm just going to leave it be like that. So the next thing to do now is the outside and make this look a pretty decent, or look good, better than it is, shall I say. So I need to add a path. I'll probably just add a path from here going into the shrine, and I wanted to add another kind of like hangout, I don't know what to call it really, like a hanging. So this kind of like cliff edge is hanging over to this side, I think. So I think the best way to do this is in the form of time lapse. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you enjoyed that time lapse, and it didn't really take long to do this, to be fair with you, but as you can see, we've got a nice little overhang over here. the same as how we did it with the pumpkin patch. Basically, I've just gone down a few more blocks so it looks like it's actually part of the mountain compared to the other side where it's been like man-made. So let's actually get up here again and let's use a rocket up here. So yeah, I quite like this so far. We've also added a little path into the shrine as well. These doors should be shut for obvious reasons. So yeah, so now we've got a starting point on what we can actually build here. So the idea here is basically just to build a garden. So what we can do is we can have some fence posts, dark oak fences all the way around here, so we've got somewhere where we won't actually fall off, because I quite like doing this with fence posts as well. Maybe if we get rid of that block though, and that block, just because it's a bit weird with the fence gates then, or fence posts even. So if we just like fill that in like so, this will look pretty cool, and also it will stop you from jumping off the edge as well, because no doubt that's going to happen. Even though we've got wings, it's still quite annoying that it does happen sometimes. So if we just add some gates, fences even over here, the amount of times I'm going to keep referring them to gates is going to be stupid. But yeah, so now we've got that done, we can add some kind of garden here. So I'm not entirely sure how to do this. Probably add some like leaves here, maybe some foliage and stuff like that. I've gone with acacia leaves just because they're the easiest to get to at the moment, as we've got a whole savanna down there. But I think if we have like a square here and have like a garden-ish kind of thing, and then we can add some of these two tall flowers around. I don't have many at the moment, but I've got a load of bone meal, so if we just add a load of them around like so, and then we could do the same around here. Maybe I've also got some oxide daisies, so we could probably plant some of these around as well. Maybe I'm not, yeah, possibly, but let me have a little think and I'll come back to you guys, because I've only got a rough plan at the moment. I'll see if I can make this any better, eh? Alright, so I think I got a bit too carried away with this garden, and I've actually completed it already. So this is looking pretty cool. So I tried to go for like the spooky garden, hence why I've got the bone blocks. So maybe these are like growing out the ground, or they've been there for a while. Ow! And yeah, I've also added some other plant variants, like we've got our flowers here, but I thought these aren't dangerous enough to be a Halloween garden. So I've added a load of pumpkins, and as you just saw me get hurt, we've also got some berry bushes as well. So this is looking pretty cool for a small little garden. I tried to add as many things as I can without it looking too cluttered, and I think I've achieved that. We've also got our little water fountain as well, which is looking pretty cool, and the only lighting I've actually used is jack-o'-lanterns and the lanterns. And also underneath here, I thought it was a cool idea to add a load of Neverwort under there. So this project is pretty much done now, and it looks pretty cool in the night as well. So I'm hoping there's going to be no mobs spawning, but we'll have to deal with that if it does happen. Let's just have a little flyby and see what it's looking like. And that's looking pretty cool now. I quite like this. That garden looks a bit bare from the sky, but as you come up close to it, it looks pretty full and lively, and like something could attack you at any time, which is kind of the point of this whole build. Like that, for example. So obviously it's not spawn proof. Go away! I'm trying to record, thank you. He must have come from over here. Yeah, he did. I know what to do there. Let's just add that for now. Yeah, if I need to light this place up, I'm just going to add some jack-o'-lanterns for now. So yeah, this place is pretty much done now. Obviously it's not everything. Still a few bits we can do. I plan to add a few bits of redstone in here as well, so that will look pretty cool as well. So maybe we can have like a wishing well and a fountain here, for example. So if I add some redstone on this place here. Ow, ow! Yeah, as I was... Another one! Come off it! Where are you coming from? Yeah, like, where are they coming from? This place should be not spawn worthy. But anyway. So yeah, I think it's about time to leave that episode there for now. So, thank you very much for watching. My name is MightyHigh. If you like this video, then please click the like button. And if you really liked it, then click the subscribe button and ding that bell for further uploads. I've been MightyHigh, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye!